blame our backgrounds or our nationalities for certain setbacks or downfalls, but I'm here to tell you, none of that has anything to do with you changing the mindset. Your color, your race does not determine your mindset. That's a choice. So it doesn't matter what color you are or your background, you have that choice to change your mindset. You have that choice to not be average. Like I had a choice. I could have told myself that I'll just be where I'm at because the system designed it to keep me like that. I could have took that negative mindset and said, I've been through so much, it's never going to change. I could have told myself that, but I didn't. I told myself I would continue this journey and become successful. I would continue to do the thing I started off doing. Now, no matter how much hurdles I had to jump, and listen to me, people, I have had some hurdles to jump. I'm talking about, I just some things I mean, through incarcerations and different things, man, has happened over the years of my life, but I never stopped believing. Even inside of a jail cell, I never stopped believing that life wasn't going to get better. I never stopped believing that life wasn't going to change. I believed that things will get better, things will change. I couldn't keep telling myself, well, it's just not going to happen, because time is not on my side. I could have easily used that mindset for several things. I could have easily told myself, you know what, nothing's going to happen. I've been incarcerated several times. My father wasn't there. Rest in peace, he's long gone now. I'm his only seed he had. I could have used all these excuses, the average excuses that people use. I could have used that. I could have said, well, this happened to me, I'm not going to be anything, or father wasn't there, I'm not going to amount to nothing. But I chose to take a different mindset, and I didn't know that all the things that I was enduring growing up in life that was going to contribute to where I'm going and where I am today. But I'm going to tell you something, people. I never stopped believing in people. I never stopped believing that I could help somebody. I never stopped believing when I was doing these messages on tapes. I shared in one of my other videos where I was just almost brought too emotional because I ran across somebody that had my tapes for years. Oh, the rain sounds awesome. It's raining out there, but we're here in the studio going ahead with it. But I shared it earlier on one of my other messages how I was doing tapes, and it wasn't any CDs invented at the time, and I was doing it on tapes. I would do the messages in my studio, and then I would put them on tapes, and I would get a backpack full of tapes, and I was selling them, but it was just amazing because people wouldn't let me just give them a tape for free. They was like, hey man, you've been doing this stuff, and for quite some time. And what made me get back to where I am is someone told me, they said those tapes got me through. When nothing else got them through, the tape got them through. And that was enough for me, because I got to thinking about Hurricane Michael last year and how I lost everything I had, home. Just everything was ground zero, not just me, but the city as a whole. And out of all of that, I was still more concerned about people, and no one knew. They was looking at me like, man, he's doing all this stuff. Surely he fared well through the storm, not knowing people didn't know I lost everything I had. My company, I was at tears. I thought my business, it's gone. There's nothing to be done. And that still voice told me and said, what are you doing? What are you doing? We've came too far. Get your mindset. Let's go out and before I could even get depressed or anything, uh, it was like, let's go help some people. The still voice said it just like that. Let's go help some people. That's a mindset. So let's go help somebody. And before, the true story, before I could even go to begin to help people, I got a phone call. And it was people that I've done work for through my business at the time. And it was a great thing because I remember it like yesterday. And they said, Byron, we want to know if you could come and do some work because our house just really took severe damage. Can you come? And true story, people. Just that still voice, but you got to be in a place in your life where you can hear it. You know, you can get so distracted by tragedy and setbacks, you won't hear it. And man, the phone got to ringing, and it was just back to back. It was so much work, and it's still now. It's so much backed up, and I still continue to work my business every day. That's my company. I own it. And I still continue to service people. I continue to help people through my motivational messages and through my company. But I have to keep the wheel going because life will give you a hand, folks. I'm telling you. Life will deal you something that'll make you realize if you haven't realized it. But, I just wanted to share that with you because we so often get tied up every time. But going beyond the average, okay, this is going to be a two-part piece, so I urge you to listen to both pieces of this. And again, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, hit the like, and hit the notification bell to my channel because these messages will change your life. You continue to play these messages and get a general idea of the mindset. You'll continue to grow every day because there's nothing negative. We believe in positive things, and it takes work, to continue that journey. But this is the law of averages. The more we fail, the greater our chance of succeeding. Failure is often first necessary step towards success. And if we don't take the risk of failing, we won't get the chance to succeed. When we are trying, we are winning. Did you get that? When you're trying, you're winning. But if you never try, you never pick yourself up to do anything, you're never going to know. Let me run this back. This is the law of averages. The more we fail, the greater our chances of succeeding. Failure is often the first necessary step towards success. See, if you pay attention to these jewels I'm giving you, you will see. But how do you know what's going to happen if you never try? You never take that business venture. You never try that new career field. You never follow what you led you to do because you've been programmed that you can only do this based off this, not knowing that you can do whatever it is you have the will to do. Okay? And if you notice this, and if we don't take the risk of failing, we won't get the chance to succeed. You'll never know. But you got to get to that place. We always keep drilling it in you. You got to get to a place where you know the difference. You got to get to a place when you say, I know I'm here. That means you know that you've done the necessary steps to get you where you need to be. Okay? When we are trying, we are winning. Always remember that. If you never heard anything else or paid any attention to any of my messages here on this channel, please pay attention to this. When we are trying, we are winning. But if you never try, you'll never know if you're winning. You'll never get it. You'll never get it. You'll never be able to get to a place to where you can understand why you're winning. John Keats said it like this: failure is, in a sense, the highway to success. Paul J. Meyer said it like this: mistakes are merely steps up the ladder. You see, you got to take the steps And I love you enough to tell you, you got to take the steps. Jacob A. Riss said it like this: some defeats are only installments to victory. Powerful. Okay. Orson Sweet Martin said it like this: many a one has finally succeeded only because he has failed after repeated efforts. If he had never met defeat, he would never have known any great victory. Lloyd Jones: the men who try to do something and fail are infinitely better than those who try to do nothing and succeed. You see it all the time. People do it all the time. William Connor Mackie: the man who makes no mistakes does not usually make anything. You see, you got to be willing to miss it to make it. Okay. Tom Hopkins said it like this: I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep on trying. Strong. You got to get to where you can pick yourself up. You got to get to the point where you got to keep going on. When times of testing come and you feel like you want to throw in the towel, pack it up. Give up on that goal or dream. Listen to me, people. I'm in my mid-40s. In the first 20 years or time, things weren't the way they are. I had to keep going. And James Allen said it like this: to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment. Did you? Strong. Williams Will said it like this: every failure is a step to success. William M. Winans: not doing more than the average is what keeps the average down. When are you going to change some stuff? Mark Cain: the success always has a number of projects planned to which he looks forward. Any one of them could change the course of his life overnight. Get this, people. Theodore Roosevelt: the boy who is going to make a great man must not make up his mind not merely to overcome 1,000 obstacles, but to win in spite of 1,000 repulses and defeats. Wendell Phillips: what is defeat? Nothing but education. Nothing but the first step to something better. Samuel Smiles: we learn wisdom from failure much more than from success. We often discover what we'll do by finding out what we'll not do. And probably he who never made a mistake never made a discovery. Strong. Samuel Smiles even said it like this: it's a mistake to suppose that men succeed through success. They much oftener succeed through failures. Precept, study, advice, and example could never have taught them so well as failure has done. And I want to share this with you before I sign off here. You got to get to know the place. You got to go beyond. You got to go beyond average. And again, I want to share this with you, and I really want you to kind of soak this in and make sure that you share this. Make sure that you get it to your friends. Give it to whatever you do. Download it. Put it on a disc. Keep it in your car. Play it. Change up some things. But this is Byron Warren. The mindset is key. And I just really want you to take that in. Just take that information in and allow those nuggets of going beyond average to change your life forever. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. This is Byron Warren. The mindset is key. And I want to speak with you today about going beyond